actually secured from the side of Dreammax, but now Cabral goes in for Selena. I believe that Selena, we talked about this before, EVOS SG kept going in for this sort of ban, but I still feel like Dreammax's side isn't all too secure. They don't exactly have a very solid tank on their side.
I mean, if you think, or I could say that Selena is a good hero, but at level 1, or let's say level 2, if you don't keep on hitting your arrows, then the whole idea of Selena just being a threat is out of the window.
You're definitely out of the window. And the question now here is, somebody's going to be caught out by that Imperial Justice when Vin just goes in for the engagement. Like, you do expect it to actually lock down the pick like Selena. Like, after Abyssal Arrow, she's going to follow up. So she needs to actually think twice. Like, should you go in, even if you actually hit the Abyssal Arrow?
You know what? And Benedetta is actually, Benedetta actually likes the Abyssal Arrow. Because if you think about it, when she almost gets hit by the arrow, what you do is you just go for the eye for an eye.
Yeah, eye for an eye, straight up for the Lacto as well.
Then you're gonna stun the other one. You're gonna stun the Selena.
Yeah, that itself is technically the counter. Well, good read. And there goes the Harif as well as Hayabusa. No more assassins on the table. And, at this rate, we haven't really seen much of it, Natalia. And to correct me if I'm wrong, it has been banned almost 100%.
Yeah, almost 100%. You know what? I'm really looking at Dreammax here. Probably going for not a Lance, but I think RRQ HOSHI is going to go for a Lance. For the side of Dreammax, I think they really need to get a stable and consistent side laner.
That's
or
right.
XP laner, just so that they can hold on to this certain map, or the bottom lane or the top lane, so that they can hold on to that certain turret and not give in to the snowball that is always set up by RRQ HOSHI.
Yeah.
Because RRQ just really likes to go for the run and gun. If they know that they can run over you, they will run over you.
And I'm looking at certain sort of the pattern here coming in from the side of RRQ HOSHI. They've already banned away that Wan as well as the Harif. They know that perhaps there's a possibility that they are trying to go for another high DPS sort of the setting. So they are bringing in Tamas to match up the same aggression that Lapu Lapu could possibly put out on the table. And if you hit towards the late game, Tamas can be really tough to deal against with its very high lifesteal volume.
And they go for a Thams, and this is a great pick considering how stable the Thams is. You can just use the slaughtering sites to clear the minion waves if you want to. And for Dreammax, that is going to supply them with consistency for the side lanes. At least they have protection for it, and they can just be aggressive once they get their level 4 ultimates. Claude and Alice for the side of RRQ HOSHI, they really like this Claude pick.
Yeah, I definitely can see why the Claude is being picked here. Like, for this sort of setting, you know that the Alice could just go in for the initiation, opens up the Blood Ode, alongside with a Blazing Duet. Is something that's really classic that back in the days, if I do recall, Season 3 onwards, it has been around and it was a staple. You just don't really have much of an answer. And he says, yep, you have lifesteal on your Tamas? Yeah, we do have one from Alice too.
Now, I guess for the side of RRQ HOSHI, they just picked up the Alice just to make, the most of the frontliners here. For the side of Dreammax, you'll have the Jawhead, you'll have the Thams, and they go for a Kaja. So that means, who's going to be the side lane here? Is it going to be the Selena?
Oh boy.
Or the Jawhead?
I do believe that the Kaja would still be pretty much somewhere around there, and well,
Kaja XP lane,
most likely the case.
But I mean, if you put Kaja on the XP lane, you don't really have that burst potential unless you hit the Abyssal Arrow with the Abyssal Mark. So it's not enough time for the Yi Sun Shin, to be honest, in the early stages of the match to just take someone out with that Divine Judgment. But yeah, let's see. Dreammax here, they just went for a triple utility setup.
Yeah, and we'll definitely see whether if that's going to be working out or not in this best of 3 series, as RRQ HOSHI will be facing the best of Brazil that has to offer Dreammax Esports. So moving in towards the land of Dawn, I really wonder if this early setting could possibly be something that can be paid in a whole lot of ways for the side of Dreammax, or could they just be smashed to the ground by RRQ HOSHI?
Let's see if there is going to be a problem going towards RRQ. I do agree with that. Psycho here, starting off with that brush. He's the first one there. And look at this. They are giving Psycho that certain mid lane. So this is going to be a mid lane Benedetta.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this is interesting. This is so interesting.
Well, I guess it's a classic RRQ. Like, RRQ plays whatever they love to, and Psycho is just giving a little bit of pressure. And I guess it's something that is refreshing to note as well. Livrander already being secured by the side of RRQ, but the rest of DMX, they're crashing right in. They try not to let Finn go out there, and it's first blood for the Brazilian side of Dreammax.
And Dreammax there flexing that alter ego sticker. I don't know why.
Well, maybe it's just a statement to say, hey, I did, because we are sharing a room. But hey, let's not get to that. Let's get into it. The action in the land of Dawn. Finally, an unpause. And here we go. Already first blood on Dreammax side, if you guys have blinked that eye. And oh, hijack. That's not looking all too good. Just a little bit of reset to disrupt Sin for a little bit, but not too much has happened. Nyx, though, dives his way on towards Finn. Oh, good pooks, though. 50% of health gone out of that.
I like how, you know, the Joy and Selena keeps disrupting this Claude. I mean, it's not much. They're not really stealing the gold, but with one reset, the seconds add up. So that means even if the Claude can't clear fast, you really have to take into consideration that these seconds add up, and it could be a minute, it could be 2 minutes. And Sin going here for the Blazing Duet, and they will just back off. They know that the Tams and the Yi Sun Shin are there, and they know that they can take him down, and Homis gets thrown back to the turret. I don't think that was intended for him.
Yeah, like, he's probably safe anyway, so now we're going to be seeing some sort of the attempt, perhaps, King already keeping his eyes peeled out for any sort of returnable attempts, while the side of Dreammax are trying to shove the wave, trying to get a little more control before they can hit towards the river, while RRQ HOSHI just slowly getting themselves a lot more control over on towards the middle side of things. And here goes. First little attempt coming in from the side of RRQ HOSHI. And they might just be able to actually secure this, because Maker, he's actually stealing the buff over the back, and Maker is making an appearance, and it will be a kill coming over down towards Finn. First one for RRQ, and they also managed to snatch the turtle.
And it seems to me that Dreammax isn't really ready to take that team fight. They lose 3 people in the process, and RRQ even got the turtle.
Boy, definitely not a good start for the Brazilian side. And starting from this point onwards, they're just going to be going for heavy punishments. And you can already see Vendetta already going for some slight invades. And he might just be bumping in towards that Yi Shin rule soon, as he's currently attempting on his buff.
Sin right now going for the unstoppable force. Arrow won't connect though. BMI out. He goes in. Cyclone Eye. And that was actually good for him. He still lives. Psycho here trying to get away using the electro-final blow. And that's going to be the Imperial Justice hitting on someone. And that is going to be a clear punish for the side of Dreammax. Sin is not done yet. He will take down Nyx, which is actually Sin backwards. So that's
actually, yes.
Nyx is Sin backwards. So
it's like, okay, I'm not touching Sin right now. Like, is he part of my teammate? Okay, let's let him live. So he's not going down just about yet, but oh, so many money on that tower. And now over the top side, Cabral is being slain. And there's nothing much that can be done about it, but Wiz King having some issues right down to the bottom side. Hummus forced to flicker away. It will be Sin that goes down towards the hands of the Asian Shin. Louise possibly will get a little bit of spike out of that, but they are now focusing their attention on towards this turret, but Wiz King, he's just waiting for Cycle to come in back. Electo to dive right in towards Louise. It's a killing spree for the Benedetta, and looking for Make It as well. Make It could possibly make a dash, but where is the help when he needed the most? A double kill coming right through.
And Psycho with the recall, as if you really wanted to go for the recall there. Now, I think that Mikey and Nyx had a good idea into just throwing like the Claude into that arrow, but the execution was slightly off. So it didn't really hit, but R7 gets hit. Will he go down? No, he won't. One more arrow will not connect. Now,
dangerous though.
Very dangerous. If they actually talked about it, to be honest, that could have been great. They could have gotten the Claude, but they didn't execute it properly and they got punished for it.
Yeah, and you can definitely see the Dreammax side is starting to gather up their forces here to be able to secure a little bit of pressure on towards the turtle. Make is just making his presence being known, but RRQ, they're going to be responding real soon. And with that, you can definitely see Psycho just dashing right in. Oh, he's going for Hummus, but they have to respond to this turtle, and he might just snatch it away. RRQ HOSHI dives right in, and the Benedetta goes unstoppable. 5 kills for Psycho as he needs to get up. He's dropping real low. Cabral might just be the next one out here on the chopping block. Finn tries to stop him out there, and Sin just gets his turret one. Hummus, he's trying to get himself safe under the turret, but Finn not giving him any air. Here comes Psycho once again.
And Psycho here is trying to go back and forth. And the Kaja here will be taken down. There is a stun. Arrow connects. Ejector there. And they got 1 kill. But Dreammax, obviously, is getting the shorter end of the stick.
Yeah, not looking great. But I do like the idea that they had. I felt like they dropped the pressure. And they were way too fixated on getting the turtle. But they couldn't really get that escape. And the worst part is that RRQ HOSHI has managed to steal it away by having that retribution at the ready. So they really have to be careful about all these small little mistakes that have been punishing them for 2 times in a row already.
Now, Mikey, Nyx, and Homis, they need to find a way to solve this game a bit more. Remember, you're aiming for the early game, and you're probably relying on the late game potential that the Yisun Shin has. But the thing is, for the side of RRQ HOSHI, they're at 23k gold. So that means Psycho has items, R7 has items.
Yeah, speaking of items, maybe we'll have a look at it, and you can definitely elaborate on, you know, sort of builds that they are going for. So we can definitely see it later on. And on your screens, we got the Demon Hunters on Sin already, but Cabral is getting dope upon 4 members on top of him. He's probably not going to be surviving all too long, but there's Cavalry has just arrived. Monster kill for Psycho. The 6-1 on his side. And what a flip coming in. But Bacon, I think eventually the comments will be coming right in as well. Nyx, though, he's soaking in the damage, but they won't be having enough to be able to get those shut down. A double kill coming right through, but eventually Nyx will still fall.
Winter Truncheon is now out for Wiz King. R7 getting his own item as well. So this does not look good for the side of Dreammax. But Dreammax there, let's just say that they won that fight. It was a 3-4-2, and it really favored their side.
Yeah, I guess like for the side of RRQ HOSHI, they really took too much of a turret hit because they sent all 4 members right under the turret, hoping to actually get that kill underway, but they still have Cabral surviving. They got to respect this Hammond somewhat because getting into towards the mid game, he's getting a little bit tankier.
Wiz King almost getting caught out there. No unstoppable force whatsoever, but you know what? While that was happening, Turtle has been slain by the side of RRQ HOSHI, and Wiz King goes down.
Oh boy, Psycho tries to look for that perfect Electo, but Mecha will not have much left for himself. There goes one for the Yishin Shin, but Homis tries to make a run. Sin, oh boy, he gets busted down instead. The rest of RRQ, they're falling back. You can see Dreammax getting so much more aggression, looking for Psycho, but Nyx is going to be taken out with another auto attack. And Sin still looking for more. He's still going right in. Oh, it's a miss. Electo, but it's still going to be doing the job. Psycho with the 7th kill.
The literal run and gun, ladies and gentlemen. Sin here going crazy with those guns. Now, RRQ, clearly, as you can see, it's obvious that they have the upper hand, but Dreammax, they were getting the initiations that they wanted. They even countered the Blazing Duet, and Luis, I don't think he should be here.
Oh boy,
but Mike might be the sacrifice here. He does have the flicker, but look at that.
Blazing! He's gonna get one in the attack, and he almost got a triple just by diving right in. That's gonna be opening up the inhibitor, but Cabral tries to stop him on his tracks. Hummus tries to go in for the Divine Judgments, pulling Sin all the way backwards, and that's a big fat shutdown. R7, he could have a little bit of a way to just get out of that alive. Now focusing out towards the mid lane. They won't be able to secure a turret, but that's all that they can get for the moment.
Now, Dreammax, they still have a chance to get back at this. I mean, the Selena arrow is just way too good of a skill to just, not consider. But Dreammax, they lose the Selena in the process, so that might have been the caster curse working.
I guess so. And Psycho now bringing in the BOD, Blade of Despair, and even more good news for RRQ HOSHI. Hey, they can go for the Lord. So Dreammax needing to respond to this one, as they've already got 2 to 3 members being planned out. But Dreammax being very disciplined. They are going in for some sort of the checkpoint checks as well. Just taking precautions.
I mean,
as Whisking is just trying to poke them a little bit.
I mean, right now, getting the Lord, yes, they might have the opportunity. But for RRQ HOSHI, I think that they want to go for the Luminous Lord more. Like at 12 minutes in, once it hits that mark, even if you get the Lord, it doesn't really evolve, and you need to reset it still. So right now, they're just taking control of that certain area so that Dreammax, can't really, run over them when the time comes. But for RRQ HOSHI, they're just wanting to end this game, and not getting the Lord now means that you just want to end it as fast as possible.
That's right, and with that being said, the setups are already underway, and Finn tries to actually bait the rest of Dreammax to come right in, make it still get a little bit too much. Clicker being popped as well. Psycho might just actually come right in. He's trying to set the Electo, diving right through, finding Luis, but how deep can he go? He's gonna be crushed right under the turret, as Dreammax will still punish him for it. And Cabral, he might just be able to actually do something right here. But the rest of RRQ HOSHI, they could possibly still get this Lord eventually.
Now that the Lord level up, this is going to be the prime objective for the side of RRQ HOSHI. Dreammax didn't really lose anyone there, but Psycho was the sacrifice for the side of RRQ. Now, they're not really getting it as of the moment just because they need Sin to go for the lifesteal, and probably because Psycho is down. Now, orange buff is going to be always secured along with the purple buff, just because let's just say that Claude is a marksman that needs a lot of mana to keep up that certain attack speed that he likes.
That's right, and now pressure is on. Make already has immortality. Oh, great abyssal arrow, but of course that's not going to be much of that follow-up coming through. They are just waiting for somebody to take the bait right there and then, and it could be a game-crushing defeat if Dreammax were to lose this one out. And right now RRQ is already starting on the attempt on towards the Luminous Lord already. Trying to get the little Wanderer. The abyssal arrow is going to give it a little bit of information, but the rest of Dreammax, they're already responding towards this pressure. But RRQ HOSHI will steal the Lord, 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 hold 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 the Lord,